Hello everybody and welcome to this 4th Saturday garden update. Here we are. I've done a little bit of extra work with an extra pot here. So I've potted up this field maple, which was the air layering from a year ago that I collected. I've also trimmed it back a little bit. There's loads of space in there for it to grow roots now, so it should get really big in the following years. I've also had to keep a good eye on the watering. All of these plants, they need a little regular water now. The sycamore there, I've filled up the base with more soil. Yes, the hydrangea. Yes, the heat wave we had over a month ago, sort of I think the second or the third one, you can still see the remnants of it, and all these other things. I've been watering them regularly, but yeah, all of these look like they were dying, but they've come back a little. Some of these need repotting. Yes. The aces, I've got some more aces now. That's where the plant was that I've repotted in that little spot. I got a false acacia from the big tree out the front. Got that potted up. This is the other field maple I had. You can see it's getting a little bit of crispy leaves, so I'm going to have to give that a trim. Normally that tells me that it can't sustain itself with the root system it's got, so I'm going to just have to trim that back. I'm sure the pot's all right, but I might just pot it up anyway. I'll have to have a think about it. Here's all the others. Yeah, there's the lilac, looking all right. These are very thirsty, these wisterias, so might have to trim those again. This tree, this did not survive, so I've used it as a tanuki, and the buddleia growing on it is the white one, so perhaps from this one of the saplings from a few years ago. I've got some down here as well. These are the white ones. These are the white ones from my dad's white buddleia, and those are the globosas, those three at the back. And yes, there's another white one which is on that dead hawthorn trunk. Yes, I've got so many of these sycamores now. I've just left them here. I don't know what to do with them. Looks like something's died again at the back there, maybe this honeysuckle. And the red robin's looking good as always. Over here I've got these tanukis, more buddleia tanukis and the hebes. Here is a new pallet bench that I built. I built it last month, but I hadn't installed it. I've also built some frog stations. I made like a little house out of the sticks. I think they prefer little holes in the ground though, like sort of underground bunkers, as opposed to little houses, because it's damper. So I might just do that. In the greenhouse I've got some hostas. These had suffered a little bit, so I've put some of them on the floor so that when I water these, those get some of it as well. Yeah, there's a few tomatoes over there. But I think what I'm going to do next year is I'm going to plant tomatoes and peppers in these holes in the ground and make use of all the soil and the space down there. I've got a couple of aces growing at the back. Might be able to see them there. Those were rescued ones that looked like they were absolutely finished, but I just pruned them right back, covered them in plastic, and they are fine now. Managed to get them to recover. Here's the runner beans. They've been a bit of a struggle with these runner beans, with the dryness. The heat and all that is lovely, but the dryness is really, it's been a real battle trying to get these guys, trying to get their thirst quenched. The peppers, I've got a few, this is what looks like a jalapeno crossed with a bell They're all big like the sweet fruits, but I know there's jalapeno genes in most of them. There might not be in one or two. There might be just Bell and Ramiro crosses. This one is a really nice one. It's definitely the Ramiro, but I'm sure I had the jalapeno crossed into all of them. These are the younger ones, which I had in a greenhouse a few months ago, the smallest of all the peppers, and they have all caught up. I've been feeding them not comfrey, but just garden weeds that you collect in the bucket and throw in the bin. I've just been putting all of that into a empty bucket, filling it up with water and leaving it. I'll make sure I put a little bit of comfrey in there though, because the comfrey it's got something in it, potash, that you only really get from the bonfire. And these plants absolutely love it. These younger ones, normally they're no good, but I've been able to use that to get this dark green foliage, and I'll probably get some later fruits for October, November. So yes, here's the compost. I've been putting I used a lot of the lumpy bits from this compost with the sieve to put in the bottom of that big plant pot that I got at the beginning with the field maple in, and then I put all the smooth stuff near at the top. Here's a few buddleias in the tanuki style fashion at the back on this little pallet bench. This might be where I put more of them next year. In the aviary, I've got some spare soil and some little saplings. These are either lettuce. I've also got some beetroot ones as well, some beetroot seeds. These are some of my first lettuce that I bought in seed form. I think you can see it's a bit bright. Can't see the screen. But yeah, there you go, nice red ones at the front. And I've been trying to grow all these beetroots. I think the slugs have been getting a few of them, but they don't seem to attack the beetroot, which is good. So we'll see how these do. Got loads of plant pots everywhere, so plenty of room for expansion. And there we are. This little desk with all the peppers on it, I found an old inflatable mattress, so I decided to use this as a liner for a little water source to hopefully try and attract the frogs in. So I got a few more of those little houses, which is basically some sticks with some just, stuff from the garden that I didn't need. I don't think anything's in there though, or at least not yet. I might need to hide this a little bit more because I don't think the frogs like it open like this. So that's probably what I'm going to do in the future. And that is the update for August. Thank you all for watching. Yeah, bonus content. Here's the sedums. Yeah, this year's flowers with last.